Apacies 7.7. Few new things today. Got a whole list like usual. A lot of it is mechanical. You will be able to see a few things. There are a few more places to explore. But there's not really a good reason to yet, because story reasons are not there. I've decided to just do this straight out of Unity because it's easier for me to show some specific things. So, let's get on to it. Right off the bat, there is a little bit of a change for the AI for Apacies chasing you. The amount of times they refresh to look at you and bounce around is figured out by how focused the species is as a whole. So this little guy, very little focus and very high speed. So that's why Duscape is so erratic. Something like this, definitely much more slow. Maybe Percopair? And because of that, that's interesting. But because of the more erratic nature, you can more easily guess at a glance what kind of Apacies you're going to be fighting is, and then you can have them chase you to figure out even more. I'm thinking this one might be a Mercapede? Vesicle. Okay. Yeah, Mercapede I don't think is in this area. But stuff like that should be able to help with longevity and specific hunting or capturing or fighting of Apacies. Now, another big thing that I did is I made a randomly generated dungeon of sorts. Right now, its sprite is an old hospital I made before I realized what era this game will be on. So, I'll change it up in the future, but I think it's kind of funny right now. But you pop in, and there's a dungeon. I will work on the graphics next update when it's a graphical update. But your goal is just to survive and try and find the exit. You have a bunch of different creatures that you can try and avoid and fight. Eventually I'm going to vary it up more so it's not just the same creatures every time. Whoa! But it is kind of fun to just try and dodge them. I did add in Arcadia, and I don't think I added its evolution yet. But Arcadia and Ohoya, I'm not sure if I added last time, but they're in here now. The clay lines, I suppose. Yeah, this is not going to go well. Run away from that. But the sprite that you're supposed to look for is very similar. Ooh, there's Ohoya. To the sprite that you got at the entrance. I can't really show you that new thing yet because, I can't beat these guys. So, there it is. There's the hospital. Tap it again, and you're back where you started. Okay. Knock out this heap. And we've got a menu. We've got a actual level up menu. It's a little wonky because I'm trying to figure out how to lay it out, but for right now, it's just random colors. I'll edit that a little bit for Elise, but you know. So with this level up, Myriad learns a move and some stats, gets some stats, but since Myriad doesn't have a full move list, it just automatically goes, doesn't let you choose. And then with stats, I want to add it to attack. And you're done. Now you can more personalize your Apacies, the more time you spend with them. So it's always nice to be able to edit your party and not let them grow randomly and outlive a specific need you had on the team. Stuff like that. Oh, that's right. I completely bypassed it. Aho has a mine again. This is how you are going to get the Dreamcatcher. So that's the first thing that you can use to capture one of the Apacies. And you can kind of... oh dear. I can't always just run, but you know what? It's more fun to just try and dodge them. So it's a little bit of nice exploration. Eventually I'm going to have story reasons and story mechanics as to why you'd even want to go in there. But that will come probably in 2 updates. The next one I plan on doing a graphical update, but that might include some story stuff. And then after that, I want to really start working on story. Especially now that I am trying to get out a podcast or video series of a Pokemon Tabletop United for this story, just so I can process some ideas. It might end up being the exact same story as that tabletop session that I'm DMing. It might be something completely different. It might be before or after that campaign, I don't know. So there were a lot of caves. You have the random spawns for pit mines. You have the leveling up. And you also will eventually get some shadowed creatures. I have a number of them that I'll put on screen right now. It's a longer process just because I'm trying to figure out what kind of shadowing style I want. But I have a number of creatures that are more simple and I've worked on and I like their shadowing. So if you have any ideas of what I should do next, what I should change, what I should add, if you just want to talk about the game or heck, anything, please spread the word. I'd love to keep making this game and eventually make it a full-time job. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next update with hopefully some nice graphical changes like new trainer sprites. I might change up the desert again, but I'm torn. I'm probably gonna edit the cliff sides again. I don't know how I feel about that. But have a good night.